Let's talk about like vendors today.
Yes. The one and only Jason from Fuzion Events is in the building. We are talking about parties, and you wanted to talk about vendors today.
Yes. Hi, Sarah J.
Hi, Jason. How are you?
I'm great. It always makes my week better when I get to come visit you in the studio.
Agreed. We should continue this because I'm really enjoying it. And I'm getting a lot of calls in. People are really enjoying this stuff. So thank you for giving us the tidbits, because who doesn't love to throw a party?
I have to say, I enjoy the text messages of people saying that they heard us on the radio. So
good.
It makes me feel like someone's listening.
Exactly. Thank God.
Yes. So, we've talked about swag bags, because who doesn't love a swag bag?
Yes.
And we talked about the invitation list, how to select your guest, how big, dates. We've talked about locations. And kind of when you have those three elements, what's next? What are you going to eat?
Yeah.
What kind of rentals do you need? What's the beverages that you're going to be serving? Are you going to do party favors? Are you going to have a DJ? Are you going to have a photographer? Like, what is your event going to look like?
How much are you willing to spend on all of those things?
Exactly.
Because that's the real kicker right there.
Yeah, I think that, no matter what your budget is, you can actually have an amazing event without having to spend a lot of money. I actually did a challenge a couple of years ago where we did an event based off of what we could buy at the dollar store.
Oh, I love that.
It was a lot of fun. We had a really good time.
Those dates where you go to the Goodwill and you're like, you have $10. Dress me.
Oh, we've done that in the International District in Seattle before. Here's $20, find something you've never eaten before. And then we share it.
How fun. I like that.
What I first look at is like, okay, so we've got the date, we've got the location, we've got a guest list. What supplies are we going to need? Are we going to need tables, chairs, linens, serving dishes, stemware for the bar?
Ooh,
what are the layers of things that we're going to need? Decorations? Are we going to have games? And if we're going to have games, what are the prizes?
Yeah.
And so identifying who we need, and if we're going to have tables with linens, then we need a centerpiece, right? So
yes, we do.
Are we going with florals, or are we creating something? I have to tell you, I did a wedding in Snohomish earlier this year, and they created the most amazing centerpieces around woodland creatures.
Oh.
It was so cute.
I love that.
Yeah, it was super
Were
cute.
people stealing them off the tables?
No. Ironically enough, we were able to collect all of them by the end of the night. It was
That's
great.
Impressive.
Yeah, the couple was looking forward to creating a display.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I love that. They get to keep it forever. And every time they look at them, they think about their wedding.
Absolutely. And I think, another fun thing is like we know in a lot of cultures, guests look forward to taking that centerpiece. So whatever you're going to invest in the centerpiece,
be prepared to part with it.
Exactly.
It might disappear.
And then who's going to do your food if you're not doing your food? I was just talking to a friend yesterday that when we were growing up, our moms and aunts were making vegetable trays and dips and all that stuff.
Macaroni salads and like.
Exactly. Kind of traditional dishes that we saw at every event.
Right.
And nowadays it's who's available to cater.
Or we're going to go to Safeway and just grab the stuff in the deli.
Exactly. Which happens as well. Yeah. So what does the menu look like? Are you going to need someone to grill? Are you going to need to ask friends and family to kind of contribute their special dishes?
Right.
Or are you going to call an amazing caterer? Because there's a lot of caterers in town that do incredible work.
Right.
Or a food truck.
And all those options are totally okay, depending on your budget. Because
absolutely,
about events and everybody else out there, you get to the end of it and you're like, $500 extra. Where did that come from? I was not expecting that.
I always have my host or my couples. What's your feel good number? What's your feel good number? We don't want to spend any more than this. Okay, now what's your stretch number?
Right.
Because in the planning process, there's things that come at us or things that we're not aware of as far as the hidden costs and stuff that, the bride decides she wants a tiara.
Exactly.
Well, you got to think about what that costs her. If you now have an additional 100 people coming to your wedding, that increases the price
chairs,
for
linens,
everything
food.
across the board.
You're right.
So you got to be aware of like what your budget looks like and be able to make hard decisions. I've had couples cut back in areas that made sense.
Yes.
So they could still have the event they wanted and nothing looked as though they cut back at all.
There you go. And that's the beauty of having an event planner, because you have got all of these vendors in your pocket. They give you the dream, the budget, and then you're like, all right, here's my spread.
I love it. There's many scenarios. A lot of couples will come with specific vendors they want to work with, which makes my life a lot easier.
Yeah.
And then I have couples that come to me and say, I want to have a party. For instance, I did a baby shower this last weekend and the host came to me and said, I want to do this. And this is kind of what I'm thinking. And I'm like, great. And so I outlined everything for them and I presented it to her. She made some adjustments and then we moved forward. It was a really great relationship that we had established. And so it's a matter of like, what's your style? What's your budget? And who do we think is going to do the best job in translating that for you?
Yeah. Oh, how exciting. And if you are just tuning in, Jason was kind enough to put together this awesome event. We've had over 100 people enter for this thing at 2nd Street Grill. You get to pick in August. You'll get the drinks and the appetizers, and then you put together swag bags.
Oh, swag
Can we?
bag.
Can we go through?
Yeah, this has like been my favorite part of the whole event because we haven't even really been to plan the event yet.
Right.
But the swag bags are being created by Apple and Vine Company. They're creating these amazing swag bags that have like this saying on the side that is party related. So inside that bag, you will have Yakima's very own Rooted in Collective candles. You'll have Fiddle's Coffee from Wapato. We'll have Terra Essentials, which has amazing bath products. And we also have Studio 16 that'll be providing us some little treats as well for those of you who are in need of some self-care. So we're super excited to be able to present this swag bag. And then we have Gasparetti's providing florals. So depending on the theme of the party, we're going to have some amazing florals. And then Mama Fiesta is creating a backdrop for all your selfie pictures and to create the tone of the environment. So we're super excited.
So don't be sad if you're just hearing about this because we have picked our winner. Spoiler alert, or maybe not spoiler at all. Somebody is going to win a swag bag. So you don't even go to the party and you still are getting all the good stuff.
Yeah, someone's going to get the opportunity to win a swag bag. So even though they're not having a party, they still get to enjoy all the trinkets that everyone else will be receiving.
Exactly. You're living vicariously through the party goers, I suppose.
Absolutely. And that's the best way sometimes, right?
Oh, exactly. So as a party planner, professional that has been through the business and experienced a lot of different stuff, any tips or tricks that, like, if you could leave somebody with some advice?
Don't forget who you are and your intention of hosting the event. Whether you're getting married or hosting a backyard barbecue, don't forget who you are and what best represents you. What I tell couples that are getting married a lot of times is like, this event should represent who you are as a couple moving forward through your lives. A lot of hosts tend to have their environment created for them already. They've settled into their homes. People know who they are. And so you just want to be able to present the best of who you want to be in the world.
I love that. So stay true to you and throw the best party ever and probably book Jason from Fuzion Events, yes?
Yeah, that'd be a great idea.
That would be a great idea. Well, Jason, it's always a pleasure having you in. Will you come back and we can throw another party?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Anytime I get to spend with you is a great time, Sarah.
Same. Follow Jason on social media, Fuzion Events, and your website for everyone.
www.fusioneventsllc.com.
Let's throw a party.
Enter to win a swag bag over at kffm.com.